Hello boys and girls, it's me, Alton Towers again. We're going to the tram to see CBeebies Land.
What he said?
Go home.
Well, we've made it onto the monorail. We had a little bit of a wobble when we first got here because somebody really needs the toilet. I don't think there is one before you get to the main entrance. You go on the monorail from the car park to get to the park entrance, and I didn't see a toilet, and I'm sure there's been one around here before, but because of that he got a little bit grumpy, tried to break into the back of the monorail station. We've had to give him a dose of his medicine already. He seems to have calmed down a little bit now, probably because we're on the monorail. Fingers crossed.
And the display.
Yeah, and the digital displays on the way up here in the queue. Fingers crossed the last and only wobble of the day, but we do still need to find a toilet as a matter of urgency, so I hope there's not a big queue getting into the park like the big queue there was to get onto the monorail just now. He's already close to having had his fill for queues today. Luckily, problem solved. Toilet near the entrance, although problem is solved. Yeah, we're waiting for Amy because as ever the ladies' toilets have a queue. Luckily Anna has a bladder like a camel, so normally we don't have to wait for Anna when we're out and about. It's just me and Andy going to the toilet, but Amy needs to go, and me and Andy had already come out before she'd even gone in because of the queue. But once she's done, we can then get over there, bag check, ticket queue, and then where are we going?
CBeebies Land.
CBeebies Land.
Land.
It's Alton Towers, the home
of CBeebies Land.
CBeebies Land. He's been telling us that for a week since we told him we were coming here. And we are in. There wasn't actually a queue at bag check or tickets in the end, which is nice. There is a big queue to guest services. I know when we went to Drayton Manor the other week, we did end up getting the access pass for Andy. We had a little bit of a look on the Alton Towers website this morning. It looks like to get an access pass here, you need to apply for it in advance and send them loads of documentation online. I don't know if that's the case when you just turn up on the day, but to be honest, the queue to get into guest services is so long that I think we'll just try without. We've been here plenty of times before and never had an access pass. Andy knows he comes here and he queues, so it should be fine. I think it's like at least 2 years since we've been here, could even be longer. I don't know how much has changed. It all looks very familiar so far, but apparently there are a couple of new rides, so we'll see about checking those out. But first destination is gonna have to be, where are we going?
CBeebies Land.
CBeebies Land.
Home of CBeebies Land.
Yes, home of CBeebies Land, that's right. Well, we're in CBeebies Land, but he's just marching past everything. I suspect he's making a beeline for his favourite theme park ride in the history of the world, the In the Night Garden ride, which you like as well, don't you? Big Night Garden fan over here.
16 minutes.
Already regretting the decision not to get the access pass. Although we have waited in longer queues for this ride in the past. Well, I feel a little bit shortchanged. This supposed 60-minute queue has only been about 15 minutes, and there's 2 families in front of us now. I want my money back on this queue.
Come again soon.
Ready to go?
We're both on the same side, this is a problem.
Andy, get up. You sit this side.
Ready, here we go. Ready, here we go. On this side. Here we go, Mr. Woo. Here we go. Ready.
I'm not going to film the whole ride, but I can guarantee he is. If I can get it off his phone, I might try and stick it up on his channel. We did that a few years ago. It'd be interesting to see how it's different.
Giggle, giggle, giggle on. We're going to catch the Mickey Mouse. If you know the answer,
It's the Splinky Splonk.
how many can you see?
Ready, Mummy.
Hello, Tomly Boos.
Knock on the door. Can you say it?
bones.
Ready? Macca, pecker,
Let's not pretend I don't see you singing along.
I'm not even ashamed of that.
are you blowing kisses, Upsy Daisy? Let's blow kisses to Upsy Daisy. Echo, 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 echo. Yes, my name is Echo Peco.
Was that good then?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Time for dinner. It's
Time for
to get
dinner?
shops.
You want to go to the shop and then dinner? Sounds like a plan. This shop is basically Andy's bedtime hour in shop form.
And there's pop.
What have you bought in there
Time
then?
for dinner.
Show us what you got. A CBeebies blob.
That's what I think they're called.
That's it. He's a beanie. I didn't realise he was a beanie. Well, we were going for lunch, but now we're not. He just said hello to that Octonaut over there. Pushed the queue completely, but he'd already said hello and given him a high five before we could stop him. And then immediately was joined the queue for the Postman Pat pass. Is it called Parcel Post? Postman Pat ride. This is the exact order we did it in like 3 years ago, the last time we were here.
Then we went to the Little Explorers lunchbox afterwards.
Did we? Apparently last time we were here we did that, then we did this, then we went to the lunchbox for lunch. Amy remembers, so I guess that's what we're doing.
I guess they're going.
Yeah.
I guess they're going.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh yeah, we'll do Get Set Go as well. That's the monorail thing,
My
isn't it?
memory's good for unnecessary things. I don't remember if we went there after.
There you go, look Amy, you fit perfectly on
I
there.
don't fit in any seat ever.
Toot the dog horn. Really, you should be sat in the front because you've got
But he
short
wants
legs.
Amy. Yeah, he wanted me here. Next to
I've loaded up the
Who's the
parcel. When we
horn?
need to deliver a parcel, press the button that matches it.
So we have to know what they're having. Okay.
So what parcel are we delivering here?
Where are we going?
Oh, look! There's Ajay playing with his train set. But something's missing.
And his turn.
What can he use to pull the carriages?
So you press the button.
Well done!
Oh,
So pleased now that
this ride is brilliant.
delivery service
It's
has
Ted.
Looks like he needs something to help him finish the job. I wonder what it is.
What does it need this time?
He needs a spanner.
Great job! Ted can get on with his repairs now.
Hold tight. Amy, hold it.
The address on all the parcels there is Cumbria. I don't think I knew Postman Pat lived in Cumbria, but now I do. Lunchtime then, we've come in, whatever this place was called, for a actually not ridiculously overpriced set of meal deals. Yeah, this was less than 20 quid I think for meal deals, which, I mean, I know it's not Tesco prices, but it's also not typical theme park prices. We do have one slight problem. A very tired boy, because he's had to have his medicine earlier, he is now tired. So we've done 3 of the 10 rides we'll be looking for. We'll see how we get on. The park is open till 7 o'clock tonight. It's only 1:30 now. Whether we make it that far. Lunch consumed. I think Andy had a little nap with his head down on the table, but then he kind of came back to life, stuffed 3 bags of crisps down him. He seems okay again now. 7 rides to go on the 10 ride system. There you go, say hello to Daisy.
Thank you. Oh, that's
He doesn't actually want to go in the photo studio, he just wants to press the doorbell again. There we go.
It's Mr. Tumble.
It is Mr. Tumble.
Cool, put Mr. Tumble together.
What have we got there? Found a snail?
So we have to find a snail. Is that what we have to do?
I guess. Are you going to smell the plants like it says on the sign?
No, I've got hiccups, it's gonna hurt. It's a snail! Yeah. Find a snail.
I think you just have to open the bag and have a look, don't you? Or is there a snail in here we're supposed to find now? I'm going to stand on it. It's soft, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm gonna look down it.
Someone's got his energy back then.
You do have to find what's in it.
Okay. Nothing gets his energy back quite like a good sensory garden. He's running around this place now. It's just good to, cause people don't come in stuff like this. So they're usually pretty close to deserted and we can just chill out for a bit and recharge. Everywhere should have places like this. It's really cool.
Who's there? Do you want to go on to the Wiggly?
That's the ride we're going on next. The Get Set Go Treetop Adventure. And Amy's playing the drums.
Yeah.
Luckily all those queue times have been very conservative today. I think the first ride of the day was 60 minutes. We ended up waiting about 20. The Postman Pat ride was a 40-minute wait and it was no more than about 15. So fingers crossed. We're only looking at about a 20-minute wait again.
I just hiccuped while yawning. Ow.
Goodness me, is that the Sonic ride? I think that's the old Sonic Spinball, which is no longer branded as Sonic. I don't remember that being so close to CBeebies Land, but I guess it must have been. I'm starting to suspect we might not be making it through the day. He's basically falling asleep between each time we move. And then we wake him up, we move a bit further along in the queue, and then he falls asleep again. The medicine's knocked him for 6. It was always going to be a problem when we had to give it to him right at the start of the day. When we went to Drayton Manor a couple of months ago and we had to give him the medicine, we were home by like 2 o'clock that day. It is 2:30 now, so he's not doing too badly considering we had the medicine when we first got here. But we've only been on 2 rides. Each queue is pretty long. This is the longest queue we've been in so far. And we're trying to get a full fat Coke in him for the caffeine and the sugar, but I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be doing anything after this one.
I'm trying to get a picture of Santa Lucy. Andy, do you want to smile for Lucy? Andy, is he actually sleeping?
Yeah, he is actually asleep. So we'll leave you here. We're going to go on the roller coasters. Yeah. Well, we've made it on. This is always the one where we feel a little bit daft because you go on it in 2s, so it is just me and my 15-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
On the Get Set Go treetop thing, all on our own, because Anna and Andy are on the one way ahead of us and no one would know we're together. But it's fun, isn't it? Because we can see everything from up here. It's cool. The actual Teletubbies. I can't even see where the track goes to find out where they might be. Oh, they're ahead there. Yeah, I see them. It was inevitable there was going to be CBeebies Land versus Thomas Land comparison on this video. So it's the first time we've been here since we went to Thomas Land. They're both, yeah, at Drayton Manor. You didn't come, but I did. Oh. The really great thing about this compared to Drayton Manor though is exactly this. The fact that here we as adults can ride the rides as well, whereas at Thomas Land the only thing we could really do was go on the train. The rides were very much kiddie size and there's no way adults, or at least fuller figured adults, were fitting on them, whereas here we've been able to ride everything the kids have been on, and I think that's really cool. Oh, the track's a bit bumpy here, they could have flattened this out a bit. Well, we finished on that ride. We tried to get Andy to just come and have a sit down and have a rest for a few minutes, but he won't. He is insisting. We are done. He is walking back to the monorail with or without us. So I think we're probably calling it there on the trip, and we're going to head back to the monorail, back to the car, and that's that, I think. I feel like we probably won't pay for individual tickets to come here again. Nothing against the park, but It's like £125 I think it cost for today, and it's a lot for just 3 rides when there's always the risk that this could happen. So I think certainly Merlin passes are on the agenda again for us once you're able to buy them. At the moment you can only renew existing ones, or else we'd have got some for this summer. So it's not that we'll never come back. This wouldn't be an issue if we had Merlin passes. We could just come and go. We're only an hour and a half away now, so it's not like it's a 3-hour trek like it used to be from the old house. But it does sting a bit to only do 3 rides and only do CBeebies Land when you've paid full price admission. I guess the one advantage of leaving at just gone 3 o'clock is we won't have to queue to get on the monorail. If we'd have seen these toilets on the other side of the monorail station this morning, that would have saved the entire day. It all started to go wrong when he couldn't go to the toilet when he first got here and we couldn't find where the toilets were at that point, and then having to queue for the monorail got him so worked up, which is why he had to have the medicine, which is why he's now tired and only wants to go home. So those toilets, now we know they were there, and we were literally there, so we were just the wrong side of the building to where the toilets were. We'll know for next time, but that's what's caused the problem and ruined the day. Oh my word, that drive home was a problem. There was some kind of accident on the M1, so sat-nav took us round a crazy long route. We ended up on the M6 toll for like 3 miles, but had to pay £7 for the pleasure. Didn't get home until probably about 7 o'clock by the time we'd stopped for dinner. A 1.5 hour trip turned into a 4-hour trek, and now I am a broken man. Need to rest my poorly knees before I have to drive Amy back to Peterborough tomorrow. See you tomorrow.